In this video, we'll talk about who are the ancient elements. By the end of the video, we'll be introducing the four primordial elements: earth, water, fire, and air, and how to work with the primordial elements in your life. So I'm Varney, spiritual teacher, author, podcaster, and please like and subscribe to the channel for more spiritual or ancestral work and manifestation tips also. So without further ado, let's go on. So in many spiritual traditions, there's four basic elements that make up all of creation. And these primordial elements can be found in everything from the stars in the sky to the water in the river. And understanding these elements and their symbolism can give us a deeper understanding of the nature of reality. So let's take a moment to reflect on Earth: stability, grounding, fertility. And the earth element is associated with fall, harvest time, and the physical world. It represents our connection to nature, physical health, and practicality. Now, earth provides us with a sustenance and support, and making it a vital part of our lives. And what you can do to honour the earth in your own life, maybe start by incorporating more organic foods into your diet, or taking a walk outside to connect with nature. Whatever way you choose to celebrate, be sure to thank the earth for all she does for you, because we take it so much for granted, it really does. And the earth is often seen as a stabilizing force in people's lives, providing grounding, a sense of security. And also, in addition, the earth is considered to be a fertile place, giving birth to all of life. And even those homeless people who are homeless, earth is given them, where they're sleeping on grass or in the woods or wherever it is, earth is still holding them. They're still holding them in her arms. And then we've got water, which is flow, change, adaptability. And when we're spiritually centered, we can flow with the changes in our lives. We can adapt to the new and different experiences that come our way. Just as water flows around rocks and obstacles in its path, so do we change and adapt when faced with challenges. We keep moving forward, always changing and evolving as we go. And with this mindset, life bumps in the road become more stepping stones in our journey, and you may be able to flow with the changes that come your way. And as people who seek to live in harmony with the universe, it's important for us to understand and appreciate the natural elements around us. And one such element, which is water, which is constantly flowing and changing and adapting to its surroundings. And it can also be calm and peaceful, or it can be really destructive. But no matter what form it takes, water always maintains its essential nature: flow. And in this way, water teaches us the importance of flexibility, adaptability in our own lives. And the next time you're feeling frustrated or stuck, take a lesson from water and remember that change is always possible, and just keep it flowing. And I'm going to give you an experience that I had with water, one of many actually, because I've had quite a few experiences with water. I used to go to this, it was like the top of a cliff. And it was all not 306, because at the back of me was kind of hills, but I would say a good area of it was I just looked out to the sea, and it was a place I went to every other day. I used to walk. It was a bit of a walk, and I used to walk here and sit on the edge of the cliff and just give my thoughts to the elements, the air, the water, and what have you, the earth. And this would be I used to meditate here also. And after one of my meditations, there was something I was just kept going over. I was in a cycle of negativity, and I just couldn't get out of this cycle of negativity. I didn't know why I was in the cycle. It just kept occurring for me. And I remember meditating on it. And when I opened my eyes, and it was only a 5-10 minute meditation, it's a long meditation, and it was You know, it wasn't a sunny day, but it wasn't a wet day neither. And anybody knows Scotland, they know Scottish weather. And so basically, after this meditation, the next thing I see is if the water was just flowing round in a wheel. And I was part of that wheel. And what it was showing me was, oh, and I got it so clear. What it was showing me was I was holding the reins so tightly, and which a lot of us do, of the adversity I was going through. And I was holding on to these reins and wouldn't let it go. And what the water was showing me that I needed to let go because it was a cycle. And because I kept holding on to the reins of this adversity, I wasn't able to complete the cycle. So I wasn't able to change, grow what I needed to grow. I just kept going round and round and round. And it was a great lesson for me because after I seen it, it was like a big aha moment as I seen, and it was like I was the water going round, and it would just flowed. It was just so easy, and when I looked up, everything was clearer. The sky was bluer. The water was bluer. The mountains were browner. It was the most spectacular feeling experience that one of, because I've had quite a few, and one of the experiences I had after this meditation. And after that, the adversity that I was facing, it left. It just went. It just, because I realized, yes, I am holding on, you know, and how I was holding on is my anxiety, my frustration, my anger, my worry was keeping me prisoner in my own doing. So what are you anxious about? What are you worrying about? What are you keeping hold of that you can really let go? Yeah. The next primordial element is air. And air is breath, it's movement, it's communication. You know, when we are talking about air, in any discussion of air, the first thing to come to mind is breath. Breath is the most essential element of life. Without it, we just cannot survive. You know, and yet, despite its importance, we often take a breath for granted. I know I certainly do and have done. And we forget that each inhale, exhales is a gift, a chance to connect with the life and all that surrounds us. So we will explore the meaning and the symbolism of air in spiritual practice. Being a breathwork practitioner, I know how really important the air is, because air, the breath, can actually release trauma that's trapped in the body through abuse or through a childhood or what have you. Wet, dry breath work can do this. You know, it really can. I've seen some massive healings with the use of the breath. So life and breath are synonymous in order for life to flourish. Air must move. And in order for communication to take place, there must be air. From the moment we're conceived, we need air to grow and thrive. Just as we rely on air to live physically, we also rely on it spiritually. Air is the bridge between heaven and earth, providing us with a way to connect with the divine. And we also use air as a tool for prayer, communion with God, tuning into the spirit realm through its movement and its power. And when we pay attention to the breath, we open ourselves up to divine guidance and inspiration. So next time you take that big deep breath in, hold it for a few seconds and feel how your body fills with energy from above. And that's divine presence entering your world. Invisible and ever present, air is the sustenance of life. It is the medium through which we move and communicate. We can't see it, but we can feel it, we can smell it, we can taste it. And without air, there would be no life. Just importantly, without air, there would be no spirit. Air is essential to our spirit as well as our physical lives. And we will explore the role of air in all its realms, consider how we can connect more deeply with this vital element. fire, I absolutely love fire. And fire's energy, its passion, its creativity, its transformation is air. So we often think of it as a destructive element, but in its natural state, fire is one of Earth's most creative forces. It's associated with energy, passion, creativity. In many spiritual traditions, fire is seen as a purifying and transformative force. And when we bring the qualities of fire into our lives, we can experience more passion and creativity in everything we do. And almost everyone has heard the saying, let the fires burn within you. Yeah. Brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant. I love that saying so too. So the fire represents spirituality and how we can use its energy to empower ourselves. You know, I'll also the fire's transformative power. I've seen it so many times because I'm a firewalk instructor. I have seen and witnessed many times, not just one time, but many times, the power of fire, not only transforming, you know, the traumas, but also alighting the passions that we really have our purpose and setting that forward. And fire, when I did my master's in psychology, one of my I really was really interested because I was a firewalk instructor, and I did one of my talks on firewalking, children and firewalking. And before everybody's doing a talk, and before everybody's doing a talk, everybody's about sleeping because some of the talks were quite, you know, boring and what have you. And I remember coming to the talk, and the whole class sat up. It was brilliant to watch. You know how they were. Oh, what do you mean, children walking over fire? What do you mean by that, Anne? You know, and looking at it from what is actually happening within the brain when kids were firewalking. Powerful. I wish I could see that talk. I wish I could find that talk, but I don't know where or what I did with that. So think about what you're passionate about, and or do you have a lot of energy for your activities? Because use the spirit power of fire, and all you need to do is just light a candle. You know, you don't have to walk over the fire. Light a candle, set your intentions, because it is a really powerful element to connect to it with your own life. I'm Anne Varney, spiritual teacher, author, podcaster. Please like and subscribe. Be so for more and more spiritual, ancestral manifestation practices. Speak to